Hi friends, welcome. My name's Michelle. If we don't know each other already, I wanted to offer today just a little stretch out restore session specific to the lower body, to the hips and hamstrings, and really this whole, outer hip, outer glute, IT situation along with that. Because as the weather gets colder, if you're exercising outside, or even sometimes just existing outside, we sort of tense our muscles, use our muscles differently, and our muscles recover differently when it's cold. Yeah? So, just a little bit of extra love for these parts of our body today. You'll want to have handy a block or something like it nearby, and a strap. I have a yoga strap. I don't know where it is today. If that's you too, or you don't have one, you can use any piece of fabric. You can use an actual belt. This is like a loose belt from a sweater, or any sort of longer piece of sturdy fabric that you can use. Yeah? So feel free to pause and grab what you need. We're going to begin in a seat. I'm just taking a moment, as always, to tune inward, to let your eyes soften. Let yourself be aware of the sounds and smells and textures in the room and around you. But then see if you might shift those to the background of awareness and bring the spotlight of your intention into your body. You could drop your eyes closed or down low, turning your attention inward. To notice how your breath moves in your body. As if your breath could reach every cell. It could fill and massage every part of you. Just with this breath expanding and releasing. And expanding and releasing is kind of what we're up to today. But if there's another intention that's calling you to the mat, something you want to carry forward from this practice, bring that to mind now. Settle it into your breath, into your body, and we'll amplify it with the sound of Om together. First, a full body breath in, an easy exhale, and toward Om, a breath in. That resonance stay with you. Let it expand with breath through your body as you find some movement, whatever feels good, whatever rolling around you need. We're going to find ourselves still in a seat, but with your feet in front of you. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what's up. And bringing your feet about hips width distance. And then let your knees fall to the right. And again, I'm just gonna be adjusting so you can see what I'm up to. But let your knees fall to the right and let your left knee sort of snug up into your right foot. Yeah? So you're in this kind of pinwheel shape. And you want your feet to stay where they are, even as they're gonna kind of windshield wiper on the earth. Yeah? So just a little bit of mobility before we get to stretchiness. Feel yourself sort of settle toward the earth. This left outer hip might not touch the earth, but just let it settle in that direction. And you can touch down with your fingers too if you need to during this time, but we're trying to stay steady in this column and tall without touching the earth. So we'll reach forward, sort of plugging your arm bones into their sockets. Feel your feet, the edges of your feet on the earth, and let them stay pretty much where they are as you tick your knees up through center and then over to the left. So now your right leg is kind of snugging into your left foot. And let this right hip sort of fall down toward the earth. And then a couple times with breath. So your inhale draws you through center, sit tall, try not to round. And your exhale tips over to the right. You can even twist a little bit to the right. Inhale back through center and exhale over to the left. Once more, inhale through center, exhale to the right. Bring your right hand back down behind you, and this is where, if this is tricky, you might have a block under your hand. You're just gonna press down to let your hips lift any amount, reaching your left arm along your ear. Maybe you rotate your heart to the ceiling with a breath in. And as you exhale, let that settle back down. Yeah. And then again, reach forward, inhale through center. Exhale over to the left, maybe a little twist. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, last time, over to the left. Bringing your left hand down behind you, maybe to a block. Lift your hips and walk or reach your right arm along your ear. Deep breath in. Exhale, release that, let it go. Bringing now your right leg out to the side. And again, there's this sense of letting yourself just settle down toward the earth. And if this left knee starts talking to you at any point, you can bring the block underneath the flesh of your knee. Yeah. But press down through your right heel. So your right knee is a little bit bent. Yeah, just giving you some space, or it might be a lot bent, yeah. But press down, lift up through center, up through your left side. Let your right hand rest somewhere in front of your right leg as you tip over to the right. You can press down through your right hand if that helps, but rotate your left ribs back, your right ribs underneath you. And then see if you might settle just a tiny bit more over to the right. You can bring your eyes down toward your right knee if it's too much to look up. But give yourself another breath in and breath out. Release that, trying to stay open across your chest. And then once again, taking this block out if it's there. Bring the left hand back behind you. Press through this left shin to lift your hips any amount. Reaching along your ear and then back down to the earth. Keep the left leg bent, but now turn yourself toward your right leg. So your belly button is pointed toward your right toes. Again, settle both hips down to the earth. Again, the option of bringing the block under your left leg. Sit tall, reach the right arm tall this time, and lift up and forward. Now, going forward first, the amount that you can keep this long spine, which may not be far at all. Yeah. Imagine you're sitting on a conveyor belt going backwards. That's going to pull the flesh of your bum and pull your sitting bones back, and your heart is leaning forward. Yeah. Take that for a breath, that lengthening. If there's any more forward, you can go from there without force. Yeah. Stay with that. One more inhale in this long space, and then feel free to round your spine this time as you fold over your leg. Pressing down through your right heel, so there's a little engagement at the back of your leg, protecting you from overstretching. Just one more breath as you're here. I lied. Another one. Really exhale. Let something go. Soften as you can. Roll back up to a seat. You'll then lift this left knee, planting your left foot to the floor. And you'll have to play around a little bit here. You might stay just like this, or you might cross your left foot over your right thigh. Yeah, depending on the tightness in the outside of your hip, that might be too much. So just see what you feel. But what we're doing here for this moment is to hold this left leg with your hands. I like to interlace my hands to really take the stress out. You're trying to take the effort out of this hip flexor. Yeah, so if you feel in there and there's like a tight rubber band, you want to soften that as much as you can so that you're not holding your leg up using that muscle, those muscles, but just with your hands. Yeah, so just another breath or two. Releasing what you can. And what happens if you press down through your left foot, through the four corners of your left foot, a little extra? And then from here, from this tall place, I'm going to start to twist to the left. So wrap your right arm, or just your right hand, around this left leg and begin to rotate yourself to the left. Your left hand behind you, or again, could come to the block. Press down through your left foot, sit tall with your inhale. And then as you exhale, soften everything you can. Soften into the twist. So not forcing here. Another round of breath where you are. Release the twist. Bring your hands back behind you. For most of us, your fingertips are going to point toward your hips. If it's more comfortable to point them in a different direction, that's okay by me. So you want to keep the cross of your left ankle over your right thigh, but now bending your right knee so that your right foot is flat on the floor. And then we're going to find that same sort of tick-tock or windshield wiper action. Bending your elbows so that you can draw open across your chest and as you lean back. Yeah, so we're not collapsing into this shape, but staying tall and open. Breathing big, because as you're doing this rolling side to side, you might get to these moments where you're feeling like you're rolling over something, like you're rolling over like a little ball under your seat. And that's a tense muscle. Yeah. So we're just giving that a little massage with the earth, with our own body weight here. Just once more to each side for now. And then the next time you land, or the next time you come through center, keep that, but roll yourself down onto your back. And again, let your, or keep your belt nearby, belt or strap nearby. So we're down on the earth. Again, want to stay open to breath. So kind of roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Let your whole torso feel open to breathing. You might stay here, right? You might be feeling a lot of sensation here. Cool, stay with it. You can put your right foot up on a block, just that little bit of elevation. You can put it up on a wall or a chair, or you can hold on behind your right thigh and give yourself a little bit of a pull. We're flexing the left foot, kind of drawing your left pinky toe back toward the right knee so that we're protecting this left knee from over stretching. And again, with each exhale, see what you can soften. Yeah, we're not looking for force, but softness here. One more full body breath. Breathe into wherever you feel sensation. And then see what you can clear with your exhale. Bringing your right foot back to the earth. And then rolling or tipping to the left. So both knees will fall to the left. You'll roll onto your left side and then sit up to come to the other side. Yeah. So again, I'm just going to turn myself around so you can see what's happening. So your left foot is front right now. You're just going to tick over your knees to the right so that you can extend your left leg out to the side. Take this moment of settling into the earth. A full breath in. A breath out. Press down through your left heel. Reach up through your right fingers. And then up and over to the left. Let your left hand land. Kind of wherever it lands, yeah? Roll back through your right ribs. Almost like somebody's pulling your left ribs underneath. Yeah, and forward. Reach long as you can and open as you can with breath. But again, totally fine to look down toward the earth. Just don't let that scrunch you up too much. Take another full breath in. Breath out. Climb your way back through center. Bringing your right hand behind your right hip, press down. Pressing down through this right shin so you can lift your hips. Again, any amount, a little or a lot. Reaching your left arm along your ear. And then just follow the same path back down. Turn to face your left leg. And I forgot to say it on this side, but always free to bring the block under your right knee. Find a little, almost like you're pulling back a bit through this left hip. And this time, since we've been here once before we even find that fold, we'll find this sort of conveyor belt feeling, right? Like the flesh of your bum and your pelvis is sort of tipping forward. You're moving back in space, but your heart draws forward. So you're sitting tall and you've got this little tilt of your pelvis. That's going to help you access the hamstring stretch rather than it being a compression in your pelvis and in your lower back. So again, sitting tall, right arm to the sky. Reach up and forward as long as you can stay long in your spine. Take a breath there, lengthening. Your tail draws back, your crown forward. And then stay with it, but soften a little as you exhale. So again, no force, we're softening here. Pressing down through your left heel, lengthen your spine. And then this time, allowing the rounding of your back so you can fold a little bit more freely. Could be a block under your hands or under your head or between your thigh and your belly. Yeah, like support yourself however you need to here. But it's just 2 more breaths. Softening as you can. Then rolling back up to a seat. Draw your right knee in toward your chest. And you're gonna, again, either leave your right foot here, or if it's accessible, crossing your right foot over your left thigh. Root down through the 4 corners of your right foot into the earth. And then use the strength of your arms to hold your leg. Taking the work out of the crease of your hip. So doing your best to find that ease in this moment. Maybe again, using your breath to massage, using your breath to expand into that space of tension. Asking it to release with your exhale. And then we'll move from this tall space toward twisting to the right. So you'll use your left hand or your left elbow to hold on to this right knee. Rotate to the right and bring your right hand behind you. Again, just experiment. Like, what happens if you press down through your right foot? Could you sit a little taller? Is there more space or less? Let's just see. Softening into the twist. Take a full breath there. And then release the twist. Keep the cross of your legs. Bring your hands back behind you. Your left foot flat on the floor. Finding the sort of figure 4 shape. And then a rocking side to side. And you can adjust the placement of your hands so that you feel like you can really find a good rock side to side. And that you're supported there. Again, soften your elbows and draw back through your shoulders so that you stay open and breathing in this little tick-tock. Massaging out whatever needs it in this space. And the next time you come through center, lay it down, keep the shape in your legs. I'm sorry, I faked you out last time, but this time you really do want that strap nearby. But first, again, find this open torso, this open space for breath. Soften what you can. And rather than pushing this right knee forward, it actually feels like the right knee is kind of going up on a diagonal. Yeah, just opposite direction from the left hip, just kind of going down on a diagonal. You can stay with that, or lift your left foot onto a block, or some furniture, or a wall, or you can hold on behind your left thigh. Advantage of that is you can kind of use your right elbow, right, to help your right thigh stay open. But again, the right foot is flexed. Your right pinky toe draws back so that the pressure isn't in your knee. Use each exhale to soften whatever you can. Full body breath, massages within the whole body. Softens with each exhale. Again, keep the cross of your legs, but replace your left foot back on the earth. And once again, we'll find this little tip side to side. So I like to just bring my arms out to the side from here. You can bring them behind your head or overhead if that feels better. We're gonna find this little side to side. And then the next time that you lean over to the left, your right foot toward the earth, you wanna stay there. Your right knee more or less up toward the ceiling. And then again, we have this sense of just softening, easing the right hip toward the earth. May or may not touch down. Yeah. You can also hold on to your left ankle with your left hand if it's slipping a lot. But here too, the name of the game is release. Yeah. A couple of breaths to soften what you can. That full body breath, fill up, clear out. Feel free to stay longer, always. Yeah. But when you're ready, you'll release the grip on your left ankle, come back through center, tip this whole thing now over to the right. Probably you'll want to nudge your left foot a little bit to the left as you come down toward the earth. And then again, it's not about pressing your left knee down toward the earth, but extending it down away from your left shoulder. Yeah. So we're making all this space across the front of the left hip, a little bit across the psoas, around to the lumbar. And again, just here for a couple breaths, taking a moment to release what might be holding on. With that sense of lengthening down through your left knee away from your left shoulder. And then back through center. Ooh, that one takes a little effort for me to get out of. And to keep this simple, we'll just switch legs from here. So feel free to shake out anything you need to. The right foot is going to touch down. Left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Take a moment again to sort of reset this settling, right? This easing open of your left knee and up toward the ceiling. And we're finding this little tick-tock side to side, which you might feel again some places of massage, right? Some places of tension as you find that. Eventually you're coming over to the right, your left foot toward the earth, left knee toward the ceiling. And feel free to hold on to this left foot with your right hand to soften here. So this left hip is settling slow down toward the earth. Soften what you can. Seeking ease here. Just a couple more breaths. And then as you're ready, again, feel free to stay. It might feel really different than the other side. But as you're ready, we'll tip back through center and then over to the left, maybe nudging this right foot a little bit to the right. I always just feel like that feels better to me. But flex your right foot again. You're drawing this right knee away from your right shoulder. So not necessarily down toward the floor, but like down away from your shoulder. And softening as you can toward the earth. Again, this side might feel really different from the other side. But find where there is sensation. Breathe in that direction. And sometimes I also find it helpful to just notice where there's space, right? Where there's openness, and breathe toward that. Just giving yourself that real full breath of freedom. As you're ready, come back through center. Again, you can use your left hand to sort of lift your left knee up. And we're going to find the strap from here. Might as well just keep this left knee bent. So you're going to bring the strap around the ball of your left foot. I like to kind of keep it even between the two so I have maximum maneuverability here. You're going to hold on to the strap wherever it's comfortable, yeah, for your arms. And just start real gently to pull toward yourself, toward your chest, your left thigh moving toward your chest. And if you're really feeling open, you can always walk your hands closer to your foot or even hold on to your foot. If you're feeling really far away, you can also interlace your hands behind your thigh. I just find it a little bit less stressful for my arms if I'm using the strap instead. Give yourself a couple of breaths here, just as you are. And then experiment a little bit. Like, what if you press up through this big toe mound of your foot, kind of flaring your foot to the left? How does that change it? And what if you do the opposite? What if you kind of pull on the right hand part of the strap? Let your pinky toe come up toward the ceiling. Does that find a little stretch to the outside of your ankle, the outside of your leg, even different aspects of your hamstrings? Two more breaths, just playing around or staying in one place where you feel something interesting. And then you're going to take the strap in your right hand. So take both sides of the strap in your right hand. Release your left hand to the floor to help you stay steady. And then you're going to pull your left foot across to the right, just like one number on the clock, right? We're not moving it a whole lot. We're looking for this space on the outside of the glute, into that sort of IT band area. Just this really subtle shift that allows us to open up that side of the leg. Feel free to pull in a little bit closer as well if that feels good. Or just here, another breath. We're going to move from here toward a twist, and I want to keep this left leg extended. Yeah. So might be helpful to extend your right leg as well. Otherwise, as we tip to the right, your right foot might just move a bit to the left. So we're going to tip over to the right, and your right elbow is going to land on the floor. Your right hand is holding your left leg. So you don't really need the strap right now, but you can leave it where it is. So this is less about twisting in the spine and more about the outside of your left leg, which might be super obvious to you right now. It might not be. But just really use your arm to support your left leg. Breathing fully and freely. And if you found something really juicy here and you want to stay with it, stay with it. Otherwise, take the strap so you can keep your left leg extended and just let it twist now all the way over to the right, bringing that twist up into your spine. Let your left shoulder relax toward the ground Maybe your chin turns to the left, your eyes to the left. One more full body breath as you are. And the easiest way to come back through center is to bend this left leg before you roll back through. And then again, feel free to roll around a little bit or shake out your legs if you need. We're just going to take all that to the other side. So we're going to hook the strap around the ball of the right foot, extending it up toward the ceiling. I think I forgot to say this on the other side, but your other leg can be extended. Get that extra stretch to the front of your hip, or you can keep your left leg bent, your foot to the earth. But find that point of just a little bit of, I don't even want to say resistance, but a little bit of sensation, right? In the back of your leg. Softness in your right knee if you need it. That doesn't take it out of the hamstrings. But just again, using the strength of your arms and the help of the strap instead of using your right hip to hold your leg. And once you're here for a couple of breaths, you want to start to experiment a little bit. And again, it might be really different on one side than the other. Experimenting with rotating your foot, your ankle, bringing that ball toe mound or big toe mound toward the ceiling or the pinky toe toward the ceiling. And we've got 3 more breaths, whether you're right in the center or not. Maybe you're pulling a little bit extra now that we've been here a minute. Again, feel free to stay longer, but as you're ready, you're going to take both ends of the strap in your left hand, bring your right hand out to the side. I'm just going to pull across to the left, just again like 1 number on the clock. Just a little bit across until you feel some sensation, some indication on this left side. Then as you're ready, gonna move toward the twist. Yeah, and again, at first we're just keeping it as a stretch really, less a twist on your spine. So you'll want your left elbow to land on the floor and your left hand is gonna catch your right leg, either above or below your knee, probably not right on it, just so you're not putting pressure there. But again, just allowing any sensation to move through with breath. Softening and releasing whatever we can. Taking the effort out of this shape. For another breath or 2. And then to move toward the twist, might be helpful to hold on to that strap again as your left leg falls closer to the earth. Sorry, right leg falls closer to the earth on the left. Right shoulder is heavy. Chin might get heavy to the right. Your eyes might fall to the right. But take any effort out of this shape. Not trying to force your way deeper, just be here. 2 more breaths. And then bend your right knee to bring it in through center. Hug both knees in toward your chest. And then we want to just find one last symmetrical shape. So it might feel really good just to extend your heels up toward the ceiling. Rest your heels on a wall or rest your legs against some furniture. Just be sure you can be supported. Yeah, so if you've got nothing nearby to rest your legs on, it can be really good to just put the block underneath your sacrum, like the flat part of your pelvis on the earth, and let that support you. We just don't want this to be a core workout, yeah, because that's just not what we're doing now. We're bringing it down, yeah, so just find a few moments in a shape that feels good to you. It might be happy baby or plow or shoulder stand or anything that grounds, that helps you move toward stillness. And as always, that stillness might look like Shavasana, stretched out on the earth. It might look like a tall seat for meditation. But we're just taking a few moments to tune back in, not toward any specific sensation or part of the body, but just toward this sense of space to breathe, this sense of wholeness, of you as a connected, supported, breathing being. Feel free to stay low. Find your way back to a seat. I'm just taking this last moment to again recognize our interconnection. We're here in this practice and in this breath together. If nothing else, let us carry that forward off the mat. And I'll offer in that spirit the sound of Om once more. Feel free to join in. First, a full breath in. An easy breath out. Breath in. Thank you for being here, for being you, for taking this time to practice. If you like these sort of targeted offerings, we'll be doing a lot more like this and a lot more sort of deep dives into asana, into philosophy, a lot of juicy stuff. But it's not all going to be on YouTube. So it's a really good time to join us with a monthly membership to our online library and practice space. All the info is down below. In any case, we'll always be here. We're still showing up here, offering practices for you every week. Please subscribe to the channel at least. And I hope to see you again soon. Be well, be good to each other.